About time.
Mail call.
Did you know there's an orchid in England that's so rare that a single cutting from the plant costs up to 5,000 pounds?
Of course, a lady slip orchid.
Know-it-all.
Indeed.
You finished pretending not to know what's in the mail?
Mostly junk and bills. There was this. Looks like Anatole made his move.
Anatole? That old spy, he shot me in the shoulder back in '64. He was an SOB then and he still is now.
Haven't you two ever heard of email?
My dear, there are certain things you just don't rush.
I'll leave you to it. Don't forget we have a client coming in today at 1 o'clock.
Well, I hope he's a lot more challenging than the last one was.
The file's on your desk.
Thank you. Anatole sucker. Old friend. After much consideration and taking into account your always unpredictable thought processes, I've decided to go on the offensive. Do not think for a moment that I have forgotten the art of a ploy within a ploy. Tread carefully, comrade. As ever, Anton. P.S. How's your shoulder? Huh. Rook to B8. Rook to B8. Rook to B8. A ploy within a ploy.
Mrs. Lamont?
Yes.
You're late. You have 30 minutes. I suggest you make the most of it. Mrs. Lamont is here.
Oh, send her in.
Thank you. I apologize for being late. Thank you for seeing me.
Have a seat. Councilman Walters is a good friend of mine and also a friend of your husband's. Let's see now. You haven't seen your mother since yesterday morning when you left for work. She's lived with you for the past 5 years since your father passed. She stays at home most of the time and she never leaves the house unescorted. She doesn't have a cell phone and the police won't answer your missing persons report for 48 hours. Is that correct?
Well, yes, but you make it sound like we're keeping her prisoner.
Were there any unusual events that took place recently?
No, nothing out of the ordinary.
How often do you go to the manicurist?
Twice a month, manicure and hair salon.
Do you take your mother with you?
Of course I take my mother with me. She even asked to go a week early.
When was that?
A few days ago.
Didn't you find that odd?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just not myself recently. I'm really worried about her.
She's spoken with any of the neighbors? Is there a possibility she's gone on the internet?
No, she hasn't. And she wouldn't know how to turn the computer on.
What about vacations?
We haven't had time to take a vacation recently. Although we did take a 3-day weekend in San Antonio about 3 months ago.
Tell me about that.
It's not much to tell. We stayed at a hotel on the Riverwalk for about 3 days, and I don't know, we just walked a lot, sightseeing. My husband and I like to take the gondola tours, but Mom just sits on a sidewalk cafe and reads.
All by herself?
She doesn't like the water. You don't think that
What hotel did you stay at?
the Valencia?
Your mother's name is Denton? What was her maiden name?
O'Donnell.
O'Donnell? Talia, would you please check the hotel registry of the Valencia in San Antonio? Look up a Ms. O'Donnell, a Denton, or Lamont, first name Barbara. If you don't get any hits at the Valencia, check the other surrounding hotels and let me know.